Or Loyiso Gijana, of course, needing no introduction, if little at all. He's the singing sensation that captured the nation during the 2015 edition of Idols South Africa, earning himself a top spot in the top 5. His music style really can't be defined, but I suppose if you had to try it at a push, it can be described as a mix between indie, pop and gospel, using English, Xhosa and Afrikaans, and a host of other languages as well. And he joins us now on the show. Loyiso, good to have you with us. You're looking good.
So amazing. Thank you so much for having me here.
How are you feeling? How's the career going?
I'm excited.
You're so busy. I'm so glad you came in.
Yeah, I didn't have time to be here, but I'm here.
You made
time.
I
made time, so I'm so happy that I'm here. I'm so excited.
I was taking a look at some of those YouTube views of yours before you came on set. So many of your fans on Twitter and the socials, I think is how the kids say it these days. These numbers are staggering, the kind of attention you're getting. Long gone are the days of Idols SA. Very good for you.
Yeah.
But you haven't vanished into obscurity. You just seem to be going. How are you handling all of this?
Well, I did vanish for about 2 years. And then, because I was finishing matric, I was still in grade 10 when I was on Idols. I was 16 years old, and then I vanished for about 2 years. But I was still doing the covers. I was doing covers and posting them on YouTube, and then I'm here now. And then I started varsity in 2018, where I studied for 3 weeks.
Oh, so that's gone well for you. It's like my varsity career. What did you drop out of?
And then for 3 weeks I was like, I'm not doing this.
Not for you.
And then I just did music. Yeah.
What did you drop out of?
I was doing education.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something that I still want to do. I
like
want to teach.
Musical education.
Yeah, not musical education as per se, education in general.
Okay. So now obviously you're throwing yourself into your music career. It's going very well for you. So as you and I sit here today, of everything I've looked at, it's difficult to keep track of where you are and what you're doing. So what are you busy with at the moment? Fans want to hear from you.
Well, I'm just busy with an album, a project. But I've done a couple of singles, and I've got at least 2 singles coming out before the album, which tell a whole story of love and relationships and everything. So it's something that people need to be very excited for, because it's something that's personal from me, and also things that people go through a lot.
I'm not sure if you noticed, I'm sure you did. Before you and I started speaking, we were playing an insert about the funeral of Joseph Shabalala.
Yes.
And this obviously coinciding, of course, with International Mother Language Day as well. And the reason I'm asking you this is because you're not just performing in English, you're performing in various languages.
Yeah.
How do you decide when to bring that in, and why is that so important for you? Not just to keep it to English, because English is an easy medium to sell.
It is.
But why bring in the other languages?
I just guess it just comes naturally. I mean, I went to suburban schools, as they would call it. I went to schools where mostly I was taught in English, so I kind of speak English a lot, but at home I speak Xhosa. So it's kind of like I want to incorporate everything into it so that I'm understood by everyone. You know, I just don't want to be singing to a certain group of people. I want to be singing for everybody. So it kind of makes it easier for me as well, for other people to understand what I'm saying and kind of take into context everything that I'm singing and understand it. Yeah.
There is something I do want to ask, and I think it's because so many of your fans, Loyiso, were worried about a post you put out on social media a while ago. You're dealing with a very personal and difficult situation, and it wouldn't be right of me if I don't just ask how you're doing. Tell me about how you're doing.
That's with the deep question. I was ready for that question. Question.
It was coming. You knew it was coming.
I knew that was coming. So I'm a very emotional person in general. So everything I have to voice it out. Like, I don't let things sit inside of me. So as a musician and as someone that a lot of kids look up to, a lot of people look up to, I like to voice out as much as I can. And at that point, I was dealing with something and I wanted to put it out there, not meaning that I'm depressed or sad all the time. I was sad at that moment, but I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm living a life where I'm smiling every day. I'm doing what I love. I'm doing music. I'm happy, man. I'm happy.
But you got a lot of love after that post. I think it must have been difficult to put that out because you don't know what you're going to get back.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect people to read so much into it. Where for me it was just a thing where I thought about it and I just wrote it. But when people really were talking about it and sending me messages, it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Are you still the same Loyiso you were all those years ago? Is it difficult to kind of surround yourself with people who are going to keep you on the ground and still say no to you? Or have your circle changed? Is it difficult to be Loyiso of all those years ago now?
Well, yeah, Ndichinjile, I would say, Ndikhulile, I've grown, and I think I am the same Loyiso in my heart, but also my mind has grown, and I've been exposed to izinto ezininzi and abantu abaninzi, and learning from a lot of people around the industry, and also people that have been through this whole situation of starting in this industry and not being a nobody and then being a somebody. So it's a huge transition. So when you go from a nobody to somebody in the industry, it's hard. It's hard in front of everybody.
It's a lot of people, it's a lot of things changing that you're talking about as well. In 10 seconds, you're going to do a performance for us a little bit later. We've even given you one of our other studios to let you loose.
Yeah.
What are you going to do for us?
I'm excited. I'm going to perform my single, Nuntsigelelo, which speaks about a girl that I used to be in love with, and then I'm saying to her, I'm showing her that I'm coming back to her when I'm mature enough and I'm ready enough to be with her.
And she's watching, I know. So that's coming up in a couple of minutes. Loyiso Gijana, thank you very, very much for coming in. Don't go anywhere. Find the TV remote. Get your volume button ready. Loyiso Gijana joining us in a couple of minutes. He's going to run away. We've got a whole studio just for him. That's coming up in a few minutes from now. But